Well, we are back at it again this Wednesday, ready to continue with our thing that we do best, which is highlighting all matters agriculture, from the significant role it plays when it comes to food security, the contribution it also has when it comes to the nation's economy, and also we do highlight the challenges that this very crucial sector faces. And today will not be any different. And just in case you're wondering why the drama in our outfit, you're going to be finding out about that and why shortly. Very many thanks for joining us from whichever part of the country that you are watching us from. We do have a great show lined up for you today. My name is Violeta Ngina.
Jina langu ni Emmanuel Terera. Habari za wakati huu? Umevalia vizuri sana.
You too.
Uko kwetu wakati wa shughuli za ndoa. Kile ambacho umevalia kichwani kinatumika sana. Na vile vile wakati shughuli ya jandoni kwa vijana na wasichana utavalia vile vile. Pongezi sana, umekaa vizuri sana. Kwako mtazamaji, naamini kwamba itakuwa ni shwari kabisa. Tuandamane hadi tufike tamati. Tutazungumzia mengi sana kuhusiana na kondoo. Huyu kondoo ni aina gani? Ndio posa basi nakwambia kwamba usikwende popote, shikilia popo hapo kalamu, karatasi yako, andika, tekeleza baadaye. Hapa ni darasani. Mavazi namna umesema ngina hapo, basi tutakueleza sana katika awamu ya pili kuhusiana na kwa nini tumevalia namna hii.
All right, now moving on to the agenda of the day. Wednesday, as is the norm right here at Kenya's Gold, we do focus on animal farming, and the last couple of weeks we have been learning so much about sheep farming in Kenya. How many breeds have we done so far?
Tulianza na kuna moja nipenda sana inaitwa Dopa.
Right.
Tukakuja kuna wakati nafanya matamshi mara yangu ya kwanza kabisa, nakumbuka nilisema Kikale. Nikasema Hampshire Down, kumbe ni Hampshire Down.
Right.
Alafu sasa leo nadhani itakuwa ndo Red Maasai. Nimesahau gani?
No, you're perfect.
Tuko sawa eh?
Right. So those are some of the breeds that we have covered extensively. The Dopa being known for its good quality of meat, and the Hampshire Down being kept for its meat and wool as well. Now, aside from those two breeds that we have been focusing on for the last couple of weeks, today we are stepping into a new breed. Now, this breed is indigenous to the people in the East African community, and it's greatly associated with the people in the Maasai community, and that's why we came on the show representing the Maasai culture. The breed that we are talking about is the Red Maasai. If you're wondering how does this breed look like, how do you take care of it, where does it come from, you get to learn about that and more in our Gold feature coming right up. Take a look.
Nyuma yangu unavona kondoo aina ya Red Maasai, wanapendeza kweli kweli. Tumesoma na wewe tukazungumzia Dopa na vile vile tukaingia kwa Hampshire Down, lakini sasa tunakita mizizi kwa kondoo aina ya Red Maasai. Anakwendaje, safari yake inaanzia wapi, na vile vile tutaelezewa kabisa kuhusiana na magonjwa yanayokumbana nayo, na tutakueleza vile vile kuhusiana na ile deworming, na baadaye tutataka kujua sana maisha yake yakoje, hasa ukizingatia kwamba hapatikani sana katika taifa la Kenya. Shikilia kalamu yako, karatasi, andika, tekeleza baadaye, kwa sababu wewe tunakutegemea siku zinazokuja kama mkulima tajika. Baba, naomba sana ujitambulishe kwa kutuambia jina lako, kisha utuambie hapa ni wapi.
My name is Jeremiah Koech. I am the unit manager at ADC Mutara Ranch. ADC stands for Agricultural Development Corporation. Here we are in Laikipia County, sub-county Laikipia West. ADC majorly deals with livestock production as well as seed production. In seed production, we do seed maize. We also do seed potatoes. With the livestock, we always keep one of the best breeds. ADC can be found in Kitale region. And in Kitale region, we have several farms like ADC Namandala, Katuke, Jolin, and the rest. That falls under Kitale region. Here, where we are under Nakuru region. So now, here we have, right now, 189 flock of sheep and goats.
Okay.
So for now, we have 597 heads of red Maasai.
Umeeleza vizuri sana, lakini naomba sana unitajie huyo red Maasai ni kondoo aina gani?
In fact, red Maasai is indigenous to Africa. Initially, it originated from Egypt. Then it came up to East Africa. And in East Africa, they can be found in Tanzania and Kenya. In fact, red Maasai is very fantastic. It can tolerate even semi-arid areas. It is also resistant to most of the internal parasites. For example, there is one which is called Among Us, which is very pathogenic and very devastating. But red Maasai are able to resist. Secondly, red Maasai is resistant even to drought. That is why it can be kept even in most of the semi-arid areas. Then the best time of doing the flushing is 3 weeks before the introduction of a breeding ram, and also 3 weeks after. So by so doing now, you'll be assured of shedding of many ovules by the ewe. That is why during lambing, the percentage will go very high because you have done very well flushing. Apart from that one, you also try to introduce to very good pastures. So by so doing, when the ewe is in good condition, you are assured of conception. That means we can get even around 50% twinning for this one.
Ni kipi ambacho tunafanya kwanza kabisa tofauti na wale kondoo wengine? Tumeona dopa, tumeona Hampshire down, tofauti yake ni gani wakati anazaliwa?
We always introduce the breeding ram for 2 months. That means we are assured that the ewe will not miss those eat periods, because eat periods comes after every 16 to 17 days and it lasts for 1 to 2 days. So now, by keeping that ram for 2 months, that means you will be sure no one will miss, because it is only 16 to 17 days, it comes back. That is the cycle. As opposed to 121 days for the bovine. After introduction of the breeding ram, at the end of the 150 days, that's an average gestation period. It lambs. So after now, the end of those 2 months, we withdraw the breeding rams. And this one now, you can now stay alone. The breeding ewes, we have now separated the ram. So the breeding ewes stays alone. And then 150 days, lambing now. After lambing, we allow to suckle for only 3 months. Then we wean. So by weaning at 3 months, we'll be assured of getting 2 lambings per year. So at the end of the 3 months, we start deworming those lambs. And those lambs we deworm now every month. You know, the young ones are very susceptible to worms. And some of the worms, as you can know, there's the cystodes, includes deadworms. There are these Among Us, which are nematodes, and the rest. So we deworm the young ones every month, but the adult ones we do every 2 months. And some of the dewormers that we use, maybe you can use levamisole. We alternate also with albendazole.
Okay.
At the same time, we use the neuromectin. Neuromectin is an injection, and the advantage of the neuromectin is that now it gets us for the internal parasites, like Among Us, cystode, which is tapeworms. It also caters for the external parasites.
Okay.
For example, the ticks, manges, and the rest.
Okay.
In fact, neuromectin or ivermectin is very useful because, as you can see here, we also have a lot of wild animals. So when you inject the neuromectin, we'll be assured the problem will be no more.
Okay.
I love another advantage here. There's a serious problem. There's a worm that we call Estrus ovis. It goes up to the brain. So if we do neuromectin injection every month in order to avoid those infections, like the Estrus ovis infection.
Okay.
Apart from deworming, we also do spraying every month.
Okay.
And with the spraying, we use the Hamidras. And with the Hamidras, there are many in the market. And we also alternate with the synthetic pyrethroid. With the Hamidras, we use maybe Norotras and the rest, because blue ticks are the ones which resist so much. So we alternate with the synthetic pyrethroids. But with synthetic pyrethroids, it's not advisable to be used severally, because now it will develop resistance.
Umeeleza vizuri kuhusiana na deworming, lakini sasa nitajie kuhusiana na vaccination. Utaratibu wenyewe unakwendaje?
There are a lot of vaccination that we do in sheep. For example, CCBP, which stands for contagious caprine blero, pneumonia. Apart from that one, we have PBR, which stands for peste, tes, petais, ruminantes. So PBR is a viral, but this other one, CCPP, is very pathogenic and is very contagious, but that one is a bacterial. So we have to make sure that we do a vaccination in order to control. So with the PBR and CCPP, we do every 6 months. Apart from that one, we also do FMD, maybe once a year. Rift Valley fever, which is a viral, we also do when there are outbreaks. Like here in Laikipia, your movement is very too much. So we have to make sure that we do those vaccinations, especially CCPP, PPR. In fact, during also pregnancy, we do what we call enterotoxemia. By doing that vaccination, we'll make sure that the lamb which will be born will be free of that problems, bacterial infection, and will also get us for the ewe. So we do that one during pregnancy, especially around the third trimester. But from that one, we are also off that one affecting the mouth. We have also sheep and goat box that we do. So with this vaccination, we always throw the program so that we know this month we are going to do this one, this month we are going to do this one. Especially the CCPP and BBR, we always make sure that we do every 6 months, because that one, in fact, if you are not careful, you can wipe the whole flock.
So kwa mkulima ambaye amekosea kwa mfano kufuata hii mara ya kwanza kabisa, huyu kondoo akizaliwa as a red Maasai, anafaa fanya nini ndio akinge, kwa sababu umesema wanaweza kufa mara moja?
When they are born, we have to make sure that the housing also is proper, because there are some infection like pneumonia, which always attack. Apart from that one, we have got even the foot rot, so we have to make sure whenever it occurs, we treat them. But vaccination is important. And as you know, vaccination is about control, treatment. So if you fail now to control, it will be a problem. Because now whenever the sheep is infected, that means it will be disaster.
Okay.
So the main thing is to control by doing the vaccination. Yeah.
So what is your advice kwa mtu ambaye anakosea ku-vaccinate? Utamwambia nini?
I advise them to be doing regularly. Because now if we avoid one vaccination, if we delay, you'll be in problems. You can even end up losing a lot of sheep. Yeah. So it's important to be following the right vaccination regime.
So wakati nafanya hii vaccination, ule mwanakondo wangu wa red Maasai ako na miezi mingapi sasa? Vaccination ya kwanza kabisa.
The first one is 3 months, because when they are young, they can still get this immunity from the mother.
Ukiona utagundua kwamba red Maasai ni kana kwamba ni wawili. Kuna wengine wanakaa weusi na wengine kala tofauti, si dark kama wale wengine. Tofauti inatokea wapi?
One important factor, genetics. As you know, genetics takes 20%, 80% environment. Apart from that one also, there is what we call variation. So variation, even in crops, you cannot find uniformity. So at times, there are these red ones, there are the black ones. I love determining factors mostly the breeding ram. But whenever they are born, we always separate so that the red ones decide and the black one decide.
Wakati mimi nashikanisha huyu kondoo mwingine akaa si dark na yule dark.
Yes.
Wakae pamoja wazalishe mtoto. Je, naweza pata kala moja hii ya red ama nipate ya black? Nieleze hapo.
The chances can be 50-50. You know why? Even if you put a red breeding ram to the black one, you can either get a red one or a black one. Because now there is what you call the dominant genes and the recessive. The dominant genes are the genes that will show even in the second generation of that one. A very good example is even in human beings. I can be black, but even if I get a brown lady, chances are even the children will be brown. Because maybe my genes are dominant, maybe the lady recessive for that trait. Okay. You know, now there's some traits, maybe tallness, shortness, color. So the lady, if there's got dominant genes, mostly our traits will be shown.
Okay.
But this one will be the breast.
Okay.
Yes.
Kwa mashamba ya wakulima wengi na ni rare sana upate red Maasai. Okay. Ni kana kwamba huyu mkondoo anapotea kwa taifa la Kenya. Nieleze kidogo kuhusiana na hiyo.
About extinction, the numbers of red Maasai in this country continues to decline. One of the reasons the farmers continue to crossbreed. For example, you can find some other farmers, they cross with the dobbers. If you can remember, the Dobas came from the Dorsetone and the Black-Eyed Persian. So now, when they continue now crossing, that means red Maasai, their numbers continue to decline. So our main aim here is to make sure that the red Maasai don't become extinct. Because now if you continue to cross with the Dobas, now their numbers will continue to decline. Maybe even finally you will not even get the red Maasai.
Umesikiliza kutoka kwa mtaalamu wetu siku ya leo akituelekeza sana kuhusiana na red Maasai. Umesikiliza matamshi makubwa kabisa ya kisayansi lakini matibabu kwa red Maasai, na naamini kwamba utasalia papo hapo kwa sababu bado hatujakamilisha naye. Umesikiliza ametutajia kuhusiana na extinction ya red Maasai itakwendaje. Naamini kwamba wiki inayokuja basi utakuwa radhi kusalia nasi ili usome, utashikilia kalamu yako, karatasi, andika, tutekeleze baadaye kwa sababu hapa ni darasani, utasoma sana.
A very captivating story from our farmer of the day. Makes you want to go all the way to the Maasai land to enjoy some Maasai culture. But for now, allow us to put you on the know on some very quick facts about the red Maasai breed. Now, its breed name, yes, you can call it the red Maasai, but other people do call it the Tanganyika sheep. What is the purpose for this breed? Now, it's predominantly kept for meat. However, for the people in the Maasai community, it does bear a lot of cultural and even spiritual significance as well. Now, if you compare with other breeds like the Hampshire Down, which we learnt about last week, its breed purpose is meat and wool, but this one specifically, it's for meat. Now, if you look at the physical characteristics of this breed, first of all, it's important to note, unlike other breeds, this is a hair sheep, meaning it cannot produce wool. And also, it does have a fat tail, and this is because of the fat deposits. And what happens with these fat deposits is the fact that in case the animal is in a space where there's limited food, they can use this fat deposits as a source of energy. And they also do have a red-brown appearance, but because of genetics and how it can get mixed up at times, the color can be mixed up. Now, if you look at the care level, how much care does this breed need? One of the advantages of this breed is the fact that it does require very minimal attention. But that doesn't mean as a farmer, wachilie tu mnyama wako hivyo just because it requires minimal attention. You need to make sure that you're taking good care of your animal if you are to get optimum production from it. In what temperature does it do best or thrive best? It is best suited for the hot and arid areas. Now, as you can see, it is a breed that is predominantly kept by the Maasai people. And in those areas, given that they are pastoralists, the climate is very hot, and this breed is perfect for those temperatures. What is its temperament? It is a calm and very docile animal. Yani hana temper, hana mambo mingi. It makes it very good companions for a pastoralist in the hot and arid areas. And finally, something also very beneficial about this particular breed, and it really sets it apart if you compare it to the Dopas, the Hampshire Downy, and the Meatmaster, the different varieties that we have learned on the show. It is more resistant to internal parasites. In here, we are talking about parasites such as Haemonchus concoctus, which is a very famous and popular parasite in Africa, and it can lead to death of livestock in big numbers. So this particular breed, red Maasai, is more resistant to this breed. Now, something important to note about this breed as well, it was the most predominant breed kept by the Maasai people up until the 1970s, and then crossbreeding with other breeds such as dopers started happening. As of now, we have very few pure red Maasai breeds left, as the crossbreeds are a majority. Later on in the show, we will be joined by an expert who will be talking to us about the efforts that are being put in place to preserve this pure breed that does hold a lot of significance for the people in the Maasai community who we are trying to represent with our outfits on the show today.
Napenda sana namna unaendelea kuwa daktari. Umesema Among Us Concoctus.
Yes.
Hatuko mbaya, tunajaribu. Napenda sana. Tukiendelea kusafiri hivi na kufanya mahojiano hata kutoka kwa wakulima na vile vile wataalamu, basi itakuwa ndo rahisi, na nasema kwamba vile umependa kusema Terera atasema tu kalamu karatasi andika tekeleza baadaye. Na mimi wakati tunakwenda hivyo kila wakati, basi ndo rahisi sana kufahamu, na yule mtu ambaye ameketi kila siku kufuatilia kipindi chenyewe na nafurahisha sana. Jana wakati nimefika sehemu moja eneo nakoishi, nikakutana na mama mdogo tu, si unaita junior lady. Sasa akaniambia mtoto wake anaketi kutazama Kenya's Gold. Wakati wote utavalia, tuseme kwa mfano Terera amekuja na nguo fulani, wewe uvaa hivi, yeye atatafuta afanane na wewe mpaka kipindi kimalizike. Sasa najua sasa hivi anapoketi ametafuta, amemwambia mamake sasa atafute mavazi yayo.
Really?
Ni kweli kabisa.
Can I get her phone number?
Nakupatia.
Oh, that's so cute. If you're watching all our love right here at Kenya's Gold, now we do want to take our first short commercial break. But before we do, allow us to tease our farm joke of the day. Are you ready? And the question today, by the way, I'm nice. It's such a simple question. Everyone should get it correct. You, the guests, the viewers, everyone. And the question we're asking you today is, which table fits in a fridge? Just go open your fridge right now. Take a look. There's a table somewhere inside there, and send that answer across our social media platforms on Instagram at Kenya's Gold. Our SMS line is 22422, and our email is kenyasgold@realmedia.co.ke. Aya basi, amka, enda kwa fridge. Tafuta table pale ndani.
Mwambie kwamba angalie kwenye jokofu. Fridge kwa Kiswahili inaitwa jokofu.
Right. Enda kwa jokofu, tafuta. Kuna meza hapo ndani. See you after the break.